If you're a yoga teacher and you're hesitating to put yourself out there either by starting to teach or starting to charge for paid classes, or you're thinking about offering a workshop or a retreat, then this video is for you. I'll be sharing 3 things that you can do today to challenge yourself outside of your comfort zone, stop holding yourself back, and start taking imperfect action. If you're new to me, my name is Ali. I'm an international yoga and meditation teacher, retreat leader, and yoga teacher mentor. I have been teaching yoga for over 8 years and have been mentoring teachers, new and experienced, for 3 or 4 years now. I offer my own programs to yoga teachers, both group programs and one-on-one programs, to help them build confidence, teach with their authentic voice, and refine their skills as a yoga teacher. And I am working and traveling remotely. I've been doing that since 2020. Speaking of imperfect action, I am here in Sayulita, Mexico, and you might hear a little bit of noise in the background that is out of my control, but I still wanted to send this video out to you and share this message with you. So let's dive into it. Let's talk about where the resistance is coming from. Self-doubt in yoga teachers is so very common. I know I struggled with self-doubt for years, and it's something that most of us, I think, go through at some point. And this can be really holding you back from teaching because of the stories that are being created in your head and the things that you're telling yourself. Whether it's imposter syndrome, you're feeling like you're not good enough or you're not ready to start taking the next step on your teaching journey, or oftentimes there's guilt associated with charging for yoga classes. So let me know in the comments below if that's something that you're working through right now, and we're going to get further into that in a moment. Also, a fear of rejection is something that can come up a lot, so we'll be talking more about that too. I want to take a moment here just to reflect on a couple of things. If you are feeling kind of stuck in resistance and stuck in your head and those stories are holding you back, then I want you to revisit your why. Why did you start teaching yoga in the first place? What made you decide to sign up for that initial YTT? I'm going to go ahead and guess that yoga has probably changed your life, transformed your life in a profound way, right? I know that it has for me. That's why I'm here today, teaching yoga and supporting teachers, and probably in some form that's right for you as well. You wanted to share the healing transformation that you received with others. So once you've reconnected to the reason why you became a yoga teacher in the first place, I want you to also consider, now this is specifically if you are in that place where you're stuck for charging your worth or charging for classes or stepping outside your comfort zone to offer your own workshops or retreats. When you were a yoga student before you started teaching, did you ever feel that the yoga that you received and that you practiced was not worth the money? Did you feel like you shouldn't have had to pay for the incredible transformation that you received? Or did you feel like this life-changing practice was actually worth every penny? Thinking about that for a moment might help put into perspective the point you're at now when you're holding yourself back from offering what this practice is really worth. So now I want to share 3 things that you can do to challenge yourself outside of your comfort zone, stop holding yourself back, and take imperfect action today. Number 1 is ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen? So whatever it is that you're hesitating on doing, for example, maybe you are hesitating on offering your first workshop. Just ask yourself, if I take this first step and it doesn't work out as I'd hoped, what is the worst that could happen? Chances are you'll probably come up with the idea that nobody signs up, right? And if that's the case, there is still so much to learn in the process of offering this workshop. It is not for nothing. So if that's the worst that could happen, remember, these are the moments where we learn and we grow the most. And trust me, I've been there as well with that fear of no one showing up. It's something that we just need to move through one step at a time. It gets easier. The second thing that I want you to do is make an announcement. You probably already have been considering asking for getting paid for classes from the studio that you teach at, or offering Zoom classes if you haven't started that yet, or putting out your workshop or your retreat. But if you're at that point, if you're kind of stuck at that point where you've been thinking about it, but you're not quite ready, you're not quite sure, you want everything to be perfect, you don't think it's the right time, you haven't actually spoken it out loud, then it really is still just an idea or a thought. So making the announcement, whether it's on social media or speaking to your students before or after class in the studio, which, by the way, is such a great way to connect with your students, so I hope you are doing that. Or whether it's asking to speak to your studio owner about getting paid or getting to teach more classes or at a higher rate, put it out there. Take that first step. Schedule those Zoom classes or announce that you're going to start offering classes that are donation-based. Choose the workshop date, share it with your students, whatever it is, take that first step. Okay, the final tip I want to share with you today is something that you might have a lot of resistance to if you're not already doing this, and I sure as hell did before I started, and that is putting yourself out there on video. I had so much resistance to this for a long time before I started to, and to be honest, as an introvert, the resistance still comes up once in a while, but it has gotten so much easier the more time I spend on video. So this could be going live on Instagram and sharing a short meditation or sharing a few tips around something that relates to yoga that you're super passionate about. Share something that you love with your community, and once you're in that space, then take the opportunity to also let them know that you're going to be taking that next step to offer a workshop or offer paid classes or whatever it is. That is a great time to also share that news. So another way to kind of go live in real life, if you're teaching primarily in studios and you want something from your studio owner, invite them, send them a personal invite, chat with them at the studio and ask them to come to one of your classes. Ask to receive feedback from them, because this is going to show that you're taking the initiative, that you're serious about teaching yoga, and it will also show them that you're open to receiving feedback and to learning and growing as you continue your journey of teaching. That's pretty much everything I have for you today. I would love for you to let me know in the comments below if you are ready to take imperfect action with me and which step you'll be starting with first. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do that. I'm sharing weekly tutorials just like this one, and I would love to reach more yoga teachers just like you. And if we're not already connected on Instagram, find me there at Ali Temple Yoga. Send me a DM, and I would love to answer any questions you have around this imperfect action that you're ready to take. So as it develops, feel free to reach out to me and ask me any questions. I'm happy to support you over there. That's it for now. I'll see you in the next video.